It's time to unveil the two new defenses at Town Hall 16. We have the Ricochet Cannon and the Multi-Archer Tower. These two new defenses are seriously strong, and you're going to have to worry about them when you do your attacks. We showed this upgrade screen yesterday, but now we're going to show the buildings it unlocks. You saw two little building icons on the left. So we upgrade the Town Hall. If you go into your buildings and traps, you'll have the Multi-Archer Tower and the Ricochet Cannon. But have a look at this. In order to get a Multi-Archer Tower and a Ricochet Cannon, you'll have to give up 2 Archer Towers and 2 Cannons, which means at max Town Hall 16, you will have 4 less Archer Towers technically than you did, and Cannons, than you did at Town Hall 15. But trust me, the trade is so worth it. So we're going to go and do the Multi-Archer Tower here. And have a look, we get this dialogue from the villager, actually really handy in this scenario. So you got 2 Archer Towers, and they are about to disappear. Merge them into something stronger, and trust me, it is stronger, because whilst on paper, it appears that we're losing 2 defenses and only getting 1 back. Once I use this book of building and show you the stats on this, you will see how worth it is. So we use the book of building there, go into the info, any second now, come on, and 5,000 hit points. Now it says only 110 damage per second, but there's 3 targets and each of those shooters do 110 damage per second. Have a look at the graphic on the left yet again. When there's 3 of them, they can shoot at all of them once. When there's 2 in one of them will shoot, one of the barbs will get 2 lots of fire at it, the other will get 1. And when there's just 1, you get the triple fire. That graphic's actually really handy for showing exactly how this Multi-Archer Tower works. So if you had any doubts, keep watching that graphic. Now let's go to the Ricochet Cannon, and we're gonna have to lose 2 cannons for this, unfortunately. But in my opinion, the Ricochet Cannon is even stronger than the Multi-Archer Tower. Let's have a look at why it's a Ricochet. Have a look at that graphic. So firstly, 360 damage per second, but that can hit up to 2 targets, 5,400 hit points, and oh my word, this cannon is a problem. We'll show you later in the video what it can do. It is so hard to take down. There's an upgrade to level 2 that gets it up to 5,700 hit points. That is so many hit points. So let's see it all in action. We'll start with the Ricochet Cannon here. And watch the ricochets, right? So Queen charge coming in, and we've got the unicorn behind, but the unicorn is no longer safe. The unicorn gets completely wrecked, but it gets even worse when you're dealing with the defensive king. So we put the Rage and the Headhunter down. The Headhunter gets 2 shot by the Ricochet Cannon. Suddenly my Queen's in a lot of trouble, and she's about to go to ability. So putting the Ricochet Cannon near a defensive king is a really smart idea, because if you want to Queen charge that, that is going to be way harder. The RC seriously struggles with the Ricochet Cannon as well, because even if the Ricochet Cannon's targeting the Diggy, it will hit the RC as well. On top of that, it's got 5,700 hit points. So what chance do you have? Let's have a look at the Multi-Archer Tower here. So at the moment, there's 1 of the targets aiming for the Sneaky Gob. Now all 3 are aiming for the Queen. But have a look at this. As soon as the unicorn gets in range of the Multi-Archer Tower, it will switch. So even if it's shooting all 3 of its targets at one thing, it can switch if another target gets in range. And my healers are getting picked off here, and my Queen is not under rage, and the hit points on that Multi-Archer Tower make the world of difference. And look, the Ricochet Cannon yet again, destroying the Headhunter. These new defenses, yes, they're nowhere near as strong as the Spell Towers and the Monoliths at Town Hall 15, but they are a nuisance for all attacks. Now, if you're wondering if troops invis will get targeted, nope. Same for the Ricochet Cannon and the Multi-Archer Tower. You'll see do it with the Ricochet Cannon here. So we put a couple archers in, 1 out, and yeah, it isn't able to target it. So all of you that do Super Archer clone attacks needn't worry. Now, in yesterday's sneak peek, we talked about the lightning spell upgrade, and now that we have all the new defenses, let's have a look and see how many lightning spells it takes to get each of them. So we'll do this nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Inferno down 6, you get everything but the Ricochet Cannon. So worth noting, you can now take down a scatter shot with 6 zaps and 1 quake thanks to the new level. 7 zaps and 1 quake for the Ricochet Cannon. What about the Eagle Artillery? Well, that's going to be the same as the Ricochet Cannon, 7 zaps, 1 quake, although I assume you won't do that too often. And here's some of the less important defenses, just in case you were curious, so you can count that if you'd like. Still 4 zaps, 1 quake for the spell towers. And why do I show you these lightnings? Because I think they're going to be very powerful at Town Hall 16. 7 lightnings are needed to take out a royal champion, whether or not she's in warden range, and 6 lightnings is all you need to take down the defensive queen. So if you're doing Zap Lalo or something, gonna be useful. But yeah, that's it for today's video. You can see the little hint towards tomorrow's sneak peek at the bottom there. But if you want to see some gameplay, later today, we will release some first gameplay of Town Hall 16 with the Ricochet Cannons, with the multi-arch towers doing zap attacks, because I'm telling you, these lightning spells are overpowered, and Zap Lalo and Zap Titan are going to be meta at Town Hall 16. Can't wait to see you for that video.